Listen to the sound of the forest. It's the sound of nightmares. You can hear them, but you cannot see them. Yet you know they are watching your every move. Also,
Greetings.
greeting.
Speak believe I should be reading this. From the forest, and it looked like a big ant. About made this. Look how it works. Demonstrate the capabilities of an Atlas Maker tool. I created as a Unity package and runs inside the editor. When I do this style of game myself these days, I tend to just prefer to actually just do the straight up 3D. Even if I wanted it to be static like this, I'd just like move the camera like instantly. Okay. You have entered the outskirts of Arakan, the largest city in this region. Can I like turn? I can. Wait, so is that all? It looks very 3D, like actually it was 3D and you've made it even more 2D. Where did I come from? There's nothing behind me. I was just born on that dead end. Approach a towering structure which looks old and abandoned. Perhaps the previous residents have left something of value behind. It's worth investigating. It's weird because I'm using like WS, A, and D, which obviously is like strafes. But then I also have to use the arrow keys to like turn. Oh wait, we can Q and E to turn. Okay. And then I can use the mouse. Right through them. What? Oh. It's just a really weird door that looks... what's behind it is not what's... maybe we came in the door and came down the stairs or something. This like approach makes it look a bit weird though, because then it's like you don't get the change of perspective of like like this. Like that, it's like seeing this from this, and then like yeah, the perspective becomes weird. Okay, so that was the fake wall. Really thought it was just gonna be right ahead of us. There's a rat! Sword. Use sword on rat. Classic adventure game puzzle. Use sword on rat. Poor rats. The rats were guarding this chest. There must be something really... I mean, they were just rats, man. I don't know. Were they guarding the chest? Were they... The rats were defending this. If I saw some rats in a basement, even giant violent rats, and then like, there was a chest behind it, I don't know that I would think, the rats were defending this chest because they were keeping its glorious secrets from me. I just think there were some rats here, and oh look, there's some guy's chest. but alright. We respect the apparently hyper-intelligent or summoned rats that were guarding this important chest, which contained 10 gold pieces, I think, and a compass that they were one day going to use when they rose up and took over the world. Oh wow, we just found a hidden thing, I think. That's kind of disorientating though, like where am I now? Oh, go. Oh! Oh man. Yeah, it freaks me out a bit. Can I get a mini-map? Or is this one of those, no, you gotta like draw it on paper games, you know? Oh wait, is this what this do? Oh, come on, it just gives me that. I always kind of like that actually. I like equipping a compass and getting a UI element. Just, I don't know, something about that is a neat thing I like in games. Barrels? Can't do anything with the barrels. Can we break them? No. More barrels. Oh, I'm so lost though. I don't. These illusory walls are driving me a bit bonkers because, like, just because the way it snaps is like, that's hard to perceive properly. You get a map layer, alright. Like I go through and then I go backwards and I can't go backwards, so it's like it like seals from behind or something, it's making me proper lost. Let me out of this hellhole. No. How do I get out? That was the one. Who built this place? Is this the rats? Is this rat magic? The rats did this? I'm just going in circles. Go to the barrels. The barrels. Just before the secret wall, go left. Which secret wall? Oh. Oh my god, there's another one there, right. Oh, that is hard to navigate. I wouldn't be surprised if people literally never make it out of that area. Like, there's a lot of little loops and things you can just end up in there. Like, that's very risky. So that's beyond risky, that's just, like, deadly. As a design. No effect. Alright, it healed me now. Oh! Ah! I think I saw like a skeleton off into this as well. Are we gonna hit any time today? Thank you. Oh, we can just back up. Oh no, okay, it actually has no effect. It wasn't just because I was full. Oh my god, are we gonna get like just RNG'd out here? Oh my god. Well, that's that. The rat was cutting the wire. Alright, let's go again. I suppose we can be tricksy, right? Or we can try and be. Okay. No. How? What is this non-Euclidean? Like, where I can't even find the barrels anymore. That was like the way we got. Why would you do this? Come on. Okay. Okay. Jesus Christ. Okay. I'm not sure it would have helped. Oh, maybe it would have helped. Cardinal directions. Let's get that on though. Wooden training sword. That's all I arrived in this forest with. And 0 rocks. This art is cool, by the way. Like, I like the UI art and everything. The pixel art, that's cool. Hi.
Greetings.
I was about to hit him with my sword. Listen to the sound of the forest. It's the sound of nightmares. You can hear them, but you cannot see them, yet you know they are watching your every move.
Greetings.
What he said in voice is not quite in tune with what he says in text.
Listen to the sound of the forest. It's the sound of nightmares. You can hear them, but you cannot see them, yet you know they are watching your every move.
Also,
Greetings.
greeting.
Greetings.
Figuring out where you are is part of the challenge. You're not wrong. You're not wrong. Okay. We're about to face the champion rat again. Are we ready for this? Yeah, I should have read it how he's. my god, the rat! The rat knows how to travel through illusory walls! Son of a... No, I'm not gonna heal until after this fight, though. Oh, did I already do that? I don't know, I might have screwed up. God damn it, I did. Can we loot the rat? No. Ooh. Wait, is that... I feel like I heard the sound of rat. Maybe not. Ooh. Good old cape. Can we save? Oh no. Can't have such paltry niceties as the ability to save our progress.
Hello.
What was that?
Hello.
Hello. Hi there. I'm just practicing being invisible. Want me to show you? Alright, close your eyes. Bam! There it was! Invisible. Isn't that just amazing or what? No! Hit you with sword. Oh, I can't hit with sword. Oh, there was stuff in the barrels. Never stuff in the barrels. Are any of these walls just fake for no reason? No, okay.
What?
Bolt!
What?
Don't be trying no funny business, you hear? They look like statues. They're big. Big lads.
Oh, hello.
Oh, hello. Oh, hi. I'm not hiding. Honestly, I am not. This spot is just so safe. I probably shouldn't have those guards tell me not to be mean. Adventurers visiting the city for the first time are advised to first drop by the Randy Boar Inn. Straight ahead to the marketplace and you'll find it, okay? Oh, you can go through those? Okay.
Hello.
And these awful creatures? I hope so. It has been what seems like an eternity since I have been outside the city walls. I miss being able to gather herbs and mushrooms.
Hello.
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 I can't believe it. The streets around my home is overrun by rats, and I haven't been home for days now. You look like someone who could take care of that. Yes, my home is a short walk to the northwest. Will you please do it? Oh, I don't know, man. Rats. I don't know about rats. Northwest. Is it this one? Oh no, this is just... Oh! Save! Welcome, traveler. Could I interest you in some spells? You could, but like, I don't afford this. I actually I like that in games where it's just like your first shop you arrive at. It's like, look at all this stuff. You can't afford any of it. Actually, like in RPGs, like I don't know, like I kind of dig that. It makes you excited to get money and check barrels. Well, I'm not a common thief, Zupadan. Who do you think I am? Someone who's just gonna rob people's barrels? Just because I did that earlier?
Hello.
Hey there, you seem like a fella who are up for some adventuring, am I right? Yes, I thought as much. When it happens, I know a guard who can let you through the gate. Just give him this home-baked pie, his favourite, and he'll gladly open the gate for you. What gate? I'm so lost in the city, though. The only thing I want in return is that you tell him to meet me in the gardens at noon tomorrow. Oh my gosh. Makes it hard to know where the heck to... Oh. Oh, it was this person in this gate. Okay. Invisible what? I don't know where. Oh my god. I feel like I was not ready for this area. Fire ant. I mean, if we fight like a boss, maybe we can do it. Oh, we've got the square. The ideal arena. Ah! Ah! Why is there another one? God, not like this. He's tanking for his friend. I'm probably... I feel like I'm retreating forwards here. I don't actually know. Oh, is this actually a dead end? That's actually kind of disastrous. We'll just keep, like, occupying it so it can't move into it, but we're gonna die in a minute. No! Nah! Nah! Yeah, we got it! Nah, nah! Yes! Okay. We got some rocks. I don't... got some rocks. And no health. Oh my god, there's more ants. No, no, no. There were a lot of ants. Okay. So this is cool. Yeah. Like it's there's a lot that's really cool about this. Like I like the aesthetic. I like the old school style of it aesthetically or whatever. Like these old like 3D rough things translated into 2D sprites, but then merged quite cleanly and nicely with just like, you know, well done like text and icons and things like that. That like fuses together into quite a nice coherent aesthetic. I respect its commitment to old school design, but I think in some ways there's maybe it can be confused. Old school design can be confused with the absence of design. And like things like that first dungeon with the rats is like I get it kind of, but it's also just like unacceptable, you know? Like there's no way anyone's getting out of that without like your help or like without finding this like really compelling. And the reason like we had all the time and patience in the world for like that kind of thing with maybe old games is because they were the only games. It was all you got. And it didn't necessarily add anything to the equation, I don't think. I respect it being like brutally hard, but like when navigation is already so difficult due to the nature of how you've decided to implement it, and just like it's awkward enough to check, like to just keep your head in like and your orientation in check with just where you are with a normal layout. That when your illusionary walls behave in the way they do in this game, it throws you for a loop that you're already struggling to like you're already struggling to like keep your head in where you are, and then that happens and you lose sanity. And I get that point of it, like, oh, fans of the genre want illusionary walls. And I'm not saying don't have illusionary walls if you're going for the style, but what I would say is, like, you need to be careful in your implementation of them so that, like, just for example, one thing that would, like, just as a 2-second thing that you could do is every time you go through an illusionary wall, play a sound effect. Put a little bit of text on the screen or something that just goes, or something, I don't know, anything that just indicates that that's what happened and that you moved through. I missed it in an early bout, and that's the thing as well, right? So like I missed it twice because like I played through the beginning quite early as well, unless it was after the tunnel, I guess. But like you gotta be careful because that's kind of essential, you know, like being able to miss that kind of thing. It's kind of rough, right? I don't know, you can be like, wow, Elden Ring had its like tutorial in like a pit or whatever that you could just walk past, and it's like, well, yeah, it's not a good thing though, is it? Like, you know, there's magic in things being missable now and again, but like, when it's like the map that you need to make the experience of playing the game like possible, I know, and I predicted this would be a defense of it. Like, I could tell the moment I started playing it that that was what the thinking is, and I understand the intent and the spirit there. Absolutely, totally do. Get it, 100%. I love these kind of games. I love old games. I love games that don't handhold you. I love games that like, that you have to like put that like time and effort into doing things. I respect the difficulty of the combat and that kind of thing. But the problem is that sometimes it's just not. You need to have a fair. The idea with game and game design is like it's you, the developer, and the player is here, and you're trying to. You got to communicate. You got to communicate things. Even if it's something in the game that lets you know that like you need to like find a map. Like the player has no reason to believe that a map even existed. Yeah, I know back in the day didn't even have in-game maps, we used graph papers, and it sucked. I don't care what you say. It sucked. And like I know from playing Grimrock and whatever, you have modes it's like, oh, you can turn off the mini mapping so that you have to do that sort of thing yourself if you really, really like that kind of thing. But that's like a specific thing to like about the game, and I don't like. I think there's so I think this is the key thing that's the issue here, is that like there's so much to be gotten out of the game that isn't that experience, right? So it's understandable if you're a purist, you really like that kind of experience or whatever, and you want to really, but like, what about everyone else who likes a lot of what is in this game but isn't interested in just mapping out every goddamn position they've been to, and they want to enjoy more of what is just like being in a cool, weird world, and there's these NPCs and this dart and the combat and everything else about the game. But what like it's one thing that's quite different from everything else. Is just like, okay, I'm just lost all the time, and I need to make maps and so on. And that just throws you off, and then you can't enjoy it. You can't enjoy the rest of the stuff that the game provides, and so on. And that's why you get games like Grimrock or whatever that like by default like makes the experience it makes it so like the experience is fairer in that regard, and like by default it's like, yeah, you have like a mini map and the character has a map, and they like it's assumed that the character is updating the map as they go along. That's part of the experience and the journey of it. They didn't have to just happen to find a thing by remembering to check every frickin' barrel along the way, because that's the game, you know. But you can turn it off in Grimrock, right? So you can turn it off and you can turn it into purist mode or whatever, and you don't have that. But that is communicated to the player, you know. It's like, oh, you have this option, you can do this kind of thing as well. And I think if they had decided to go down the route of saying like, oh, actually it is purist only and you have to like make the maps and stuff, they would have also said that in the game, you know. They would have opened the game by saying like, navigating in this game can be very difficult. Consider using graph paper. You got to have that communication with the player so the player has the right expectations. This is the thing, because that's the other thing. Is like, oh, no hand holding, but it's like, or what? So the player was just expected to check every barrel. Would an adventurer in the woods be expected to just look through every barrel in order to find the MacGuffin that they need in order to make progress? I don't know, maybe in the sense of having the context of fantasy stories and having played other video games like this, maybe. But like, actually, it's not really a fair expectation to have of anyone, regardless of whether or not you consider that to be hand-holding or not. You know, it's just not a fair expectation to say like, oh, you make sure you look around everywhere or you're going to miss this like absolutely key item to like playing the game, right? So like, I don't think it's like hand-holding to like design the game in such a way that like naturally guides you to the thing. So barrels of loot should have sparkling. No, absolutely not. No, I completely agree. Like, I don't think that you should necessarily think like, oh, every time something has like a loot item in it, it should glow or whatever. I don't think that's true at all. Like, it's cool. There's magic to it. Like, of just like, oh, I checked this thing and there was nothing, and I checked this thing. Oh, there was a thing in this thing. You know, you get that in like loads of RPGs and Pokemon games and stuff. You like searching and you're just pressing A at every wall in case there's a cool thing or whatever. But you set that expectation up, and you probably don't put a key item that's just like required to change the entire experience of the game in one of those like barrels that just is lingering around somewhere. You know. Imagine, like, you're playing Pokemon and you don't get the Pokedex unless, like, you check a tree in the forest. Like, you know, like, and there's a place for these things, and it's not like, it's not a black and white rule. I'm not just saying, like, it's just fundamentally wrong. But, like, yeah, it's a tough one, and I could see from the attitudes. I saw from the image in the credits that you were a bit older as well. And I just knew, because I've dealt with a lot of these games. I've dealt with a lot of this style, this old school approach, and I think there's a lot of respect. I have a lot of respect for it, and a lot of time for it, and a lot of like. There's a lot of magic that were in these older games that we kind of struggle to get back, because it's like we've developed game design in such a way that it's narrowed the types of games we make, and we've lost some of that that magic and stuff from all the games. But I think too often when we reach back for it, we just sort of copy exactly how it was, and it's just like. Things have moved on in some ways. Things have just gotten better. And you want to mix. You want to take what's good about the new and mix it with what was good about the old. So you end up with what's just good. You know, you know what I mean? And like acquire, yeah, like what you did with the compass. Is I think the map should have been where the compass was, frankly. Like, the compass is just kind of like this extra nice thing that sort of like helps you kind of like orientate yourself a little bit, but it kind of can be considered a bit more of a bonus. If that was the map instead, not only would it felt more important, especially since you worded it as, oh, the rats were guarding this, it was important. But like, it would be like, it's cool because it's like, it's right there. And then if the player is clever and cunning, they look around for hidden doors, they find other chests and other things and so on and so forth. Whereas the players who are just like whatever and are just coasting through it, just grab that and leave, and there's all kinds of other things. You want extra rewards for the people who like go that extra mile. But you don't want to kneecap the people who just like, I don't know, didn't manage to look at the exact right barrel at the right time. Which is not to say that you can't put cool, interesting items in like hidden things and so on and so forth. I massively encourage doing that kind of thing. But there's levels, you know. But this is like I love lots about this. It is very cool. And as I said, it's like, you know, the difference is like I was definitely never saying like you shouldn't do illusory walls or stuff with that kind of thing as well. It's like you need to make up for the fact that it's disorientating somehow, whether that's mechanically or like just like in visual effects and things like that that help out. You know, you've got to understand where the flaws are and then like do things to fix to make them better, you know. That's how we do that's how game design do, you know. that's how we've done. The problem is it's just like, you know, people haven't made these kind of games for a long time, and that's why like Grimrock, I mean, you've probably played Grimrock or so, because it seems like it's probably up your alley. If you've not played it, go play it on Grimrock 2, because they do loads of things to modernize this kind of genre, but keep a lot of that like absolute magic that was back there. And I think it's a super good example of bringing this kind of game forward a bit in its design. Not every way, I'm sure you'll agree with, and that in what it did, and you know, some places maybe it went too far, maybe it didn't go far enough, and so on and so forth. Dungeoncrawlers.org, oh gosh, I love this style of game though. Like, I'm a big fan of these kind of things. I haven't played enough of them. Well, there's just something really creepy and weird about just like that, the viewport and the like only being able to see like 3 tiles ahead and so on and so forth. That's just a really, magically immersing thing. Unfortunately, this website doesn't. Oh, there we go. Well, it's just a website just full of these. Dope. Check that out later. So personally, I think having a map is a bonus and not a requirement. Explore, familiarize yourself. I think that can be true depending on the game and depending on the circumstances. I think in your game, it feels like a requirement. I think in that specific game. Just because of how disorientating the game is to actually move around, because of like, you know, when you strafe and when you rotate and stuff, and like it like the snap, there's no transition, it's just instant, you know, just the screen is just different, and that's not what it's like to move around in real life, you know, it's very, very different, right? So it's like it's way harder to like move around in real life, so you kind of need some assistance, because otherwise you like imagine it being that way in real life. Imagine having like some sort of disability where just like your eye is only updated at one frame every like 100 every like 3 seconds. Or something, you know, like try to like deal with that. You'd probably need some assistance in life, right? Anyway, placed first. Not yeah, I can see that. It's really good. It's really good, but like, goddamn, will it have a high bounce rate if you put it in front of a lot of people? You know, like I don't think there's a lot of people getting out of that first dungeon. But the presentation of it, the execution of it, all of that good stuff is sick. But I think it needs you to be a bit familiar with the genre and the time a bit too much. For my liking, I suppose. It's cool. Thank you for that one. That's sick. What time are we on? 4:30? We can do a few more.